Just having a little fun, Mims. What's wrong?
It's this house, this island.
It's just for a weekend.
It doesn't work if we're trapped here. We can't leave whatever we want.
It's true. There's no telephones.
What if something were to happen? We can't leave. We can't call out. We can't even order a pizza.
Well, that one does bother me.
Harlan, I think this is weird.
We work the weekend, get paid, and Monday morning we're out of here. Isn't that what Mr. Reef's letter said?
A letter from a man we've never even met. A list of guests we've also never even met. Why does Mr. Reef contact us in person and send us these letters?
Because Mr. Reef is a wealthy man, and wealthy people don't have time for the hired help.
Well, I don't like it.
Personally, I think it adds to the drama.
Was that a bell?
It sounded like a bell. You go upstairs and check in the rooms. I'll get the door. Dr. Albert Prince.
Thank you. Where is everyone?
You are the first to arrive.
You mean it's just you and me?
And my wife, Mims. She's upstairs.
Have we met before?
I hope not.
Sure I didn't do something with your gallbladder or something like that?
I'm sure it was remembered.
It'll come to me. You know, this isn't what I expected. The invitation said something about a weekend party, all very mysterious, you know. I don't know this Mr. Reef, Mr. G. Reef. Maybe it was his gallbladder I'm thinking of. And this guest list. I don't know anyone on it. Pretty unusual, wouldn't you say?
Very. Now, if you excuse me, another guest has arrived. Perhaps you'd like to freshen up. Your room is upstairs. Mims will show you the way.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Very well. Miss Emily Flynn.
Am I the first to arrive? I do hate being first. Do you understand?
No.
No, I'm not the first. Or no, I don't. Don't understand.
Yes.
Yes, you understand, or no, I'm not the first.
Yes, you are not the first, and no, I do not understand.
Perhaps you show me to my room.
Very well. You'll be staying upstairs in the San Jose room. Mims will show you the way.
Mims?
Ma'am?
Mims?
Maybe. Another guest. Inspector Horatio Miles.
Interesting.
May I have your coat and hat?
Of course. Have we met before?
Claymore.
Claymore.
No, I don't believe so.
Wait, you're...
Positive.
Wait, you just told me your name was Claymore. You're positive now?
Quite right.
I see.
Then it's settled. I'll show you to your room. You'll be staying upstairs in the little Strata room.
London.
Claymore. Miss Dolores Biggs.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. I expected.
An audience?
Don't tell me I'm the only one here.
Very well.
Am I?
What?
The only one here?
You asked me not to tell you.
Quite right. Let me show to my room now.
Very well. You'll be staying upstairs in the big room.
Of course I am. Well, see you later.
I live for it.
I'm here.
Mims, can't you see I'm busy?
No?
Well, look.
What?
Butlering.
This can't wait.
What is it?
That Detective Miles.
Claymore.
He's snooping about asking questions.
Questions? What kind of questions?
Detective questions, you know, like stuff like just the facts, man, just the facts. I think he suspects something.
He thought he recognized me earlier, but my disguise threw him off. He doesn't have a thing on us. Just do as I say and everything will be okay.
What if I can't? What if the pressure builds? What if my nerves can't take it? And what if I completely wing out?
Compose yourself, woman. Can I ease your stress with a game of patty cake?
For me? Please?
Fine, but make it quick. That was convenient. Another guest has arrived. Go to the kitchen and check on the snacks. Presley York, the singer.
That's Presley York.
Very well.
Is this it?
Is this what?
The hash, the gig, the party. I mean, you're talking to the world's #1 party animal here, Umaro Nuno. So when I see the word party with a bunch of creeps, I don't know. I think, hey, this might amuse me. All right, I'm here on board. I am amused.
The festivities begin at 7. Our host has requested you remain in your room until then.
Oh yeah? Will you tell your host that nobody tells Press York what to do? Tell him.
That is quite impossible. The host isn't here.
The host ain't here. Miss Manners ain't gonna like this.
It's all right here in this letter.
Let me see that letter. Baloney, I'm leaving.
That is also quite impossible, for the boat that brought you here has already left the island.
Then I'll swim.
The waters are shark infested.
Who knows? Party might be fun after all. Where's my ring?
I'll show you the way. You'll be staying upstairs in the pompous room. And Matthew Charisma.
Matthew Charisma.
Not bad.
I feel like, well.
I do.
Oh yeah? What else do you like?
Handsome men.
Harlan, I'm Harrison. Did you two arrive together?
That's right.
My boat broke down, and Mr. Charisma's boatman was kind enough to give me a lift. Lucky for me.
Lucky for me.
You really are a charmer, Mr. Charisma.
Please, Mr. Charisma is my father. Call me Matthew.
All right, Matthew, you can call me
Beautiful.
Heather.
Excuse me, beautiful Heather, but your rooms are ready. You'll be staying?
Together, I hope.
Not a chance. We'll meet down here at 7.
Maybe. Mims? Mims?
Here, you!
The credenza?
Miles, he's hiding in it! Well, he was.
That detective again?
Something is gonna have to be done before Argus is cooked.
The only cooking of geese around here will be done by us. Did you check on snacks?
Yes, they're fine.
Alright, we'll deal with Sherlock Holmes later.
Who?
Never mind, it's almost 7 and we're still missing a guest.
LaRue. Margaret LaRue. She should have been here by now. Her boat probably sunk or something. We should definitely go look for her.
In these shark-infested waters, there'd be nothing left.
Ugh. What was that?
It sounded like a heavy thump against the front door. Let's check.
Who is it?
Margaret LaRue.
What's wrong with her?
Blood.
What is it?
Blood? Blood? You don't know what blood is, Mims? Get a grip.
Surely you don't mean she's dead.
Shirley's your sister. I'm Claymore.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. If you're right on Miles, he'll just suspect more of us.
7 of the guests are arriving. We have to hurry.
I've got a plan. Good evening. I'm Claymore, the butler. With the exception of Miss Starlet and Mr. Charisma, I don't believe any of you have met, so perhaps we could begin by introducing ourselves.
Of course. Actress from here. I'm very famous.
Please, please. Our host has requested that I keep you as comfortable as possible.
Speaking of our host, I'd like to know if anyone here has met him.
You're away.
Claymore. Ah, Mims, my wife. How are the snacks?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, my favorite, macaroons.
Was it really necessary to take them all?
That's odd.
I can't help myself. I love sweets.
No, this tray of chocolate soldiers.
Ooh, more sweets. I'll get to those later.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm terribly bored by all of this. Claymore, I thought you said there was going to be a party.
Of course. First, our host has requested that I play this message for all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me for not greeting you first. but you will soon understand my reason. As you may have already guessed, my name is not G. Reef.
Good grief.
G. Reef?
That's
Reef?
That's odd.
Not really. You see, I'm somewhat of an eccentric millionaire, and I prefer to keep my identity a secret. The reason I've called you together is because I'm also an amateur mystery buff. I've always been fascinated by the idea of perfect crime.
Is there something else we can listen to?
Imagine, if you will, 10 strangers invited to a remote island for the weekend, without communication or transportation. And one by one, each of the guests dies mysteriously. The most baffling mystery of all time. Who did it? How many will die before the mystery is solved? And will anyone be alive Monday morning when the boatman arrives?
Is this
What is going on?
Please, please. Like the rest of you, I received my letter by the mail. I'm just following the orders I was given.
I'd like to see that.
What is it?
It's a piece of paper with writing on it.
What does it say?
Nothing.
Matthew, read it. Read what is written.
Play audio message when Dolores Biggs says she's bored.
It's all your fault. If you wouldn't have said you got bored, we would never be in this mess.
Oh, don't be repulsive, you silly woman.
Oh, Matthew, do you say something meaningful?
All right, everyone. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. A madman just threatened to kill us one by one, and you said no need to panic? Are you kidding me?
Matthew, Emily has a point. What do you think, Inspector?
I think she has a point.
This doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why my name was on the guest list.
Yeah, why was I invited?
Obviously a lapse of good taste.
There's more to the message.
Your names were chosen randomly from the telephone book.
Turn it off. Turn it off. I can't bear to listen to it anymore.
I think I agree with Mr. Crispy. It's all a joke. Do you see any maniacs with guns and knives? Any dead bodies lying around? No, of course not. So I say we make the best of this long boring weekend. I say we finally have some entertainment.
Good thought, Dolores. How about a song, Presley? What can you sing?
Well, I am a little rusty.
I don't know that one. Sing something we all know.
Oh, please, Presley. Anything to get her mind off this dreadful place.
All right then, Claymore. Went to this party with a bunch of creeps that I barely knew. I barely knew. Guess what? We might die, die, die. But it's not that bad. But it's not that bad. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. The snacks are good, I guess. This one's gonna pair you. Well, let's see what's next. You see, guys just passing through. We are surrounded by dark and deadly waters with the shark-infested sea. But it's not that bad. Everybody dies eventually, so it's not that bad. Somebody wants to kill us. Let's hope he doesn't get us. At least he's not starting with me. Now you all come soon with me. You see, it's really not bad. Hey, look, another macaroon. Good?
So much for my jokes.
You're making this. Presley!
I'm afraid so. Joke's falling, I can't get up.
You know me.
Last, of course. I knew him, Horatio.
But how?
I don't know, I'm a vet. Maybe one of these.
Professor York?
Lying.
Confess, and maybe the DA will go easy on you. Clam up and it's the chair.
I protest.
Shut him up!
What if we're making a terrible mistake?
Speak, woman, speak!
What did she say?
And I say we hang her!
Maybe that will help.
All right, tell us the truth, Smith. Did you poison macaroons to kill Professor York?
No,
How do we know that?
because I just told you!
This isn't getting us anywhere. Even if she is guilty, she'll never confess to it.
Then I say we are!
This is so much fun. Come on.
Wait, what about the voice in the audio message? Remember?
Heather's right. Vince is too easy, too simple. The woman's almost an idiot. This isn't the work of someone like her. This is the work of a madman.
Or a bad woman.
What are you implying, Mr. Charisma?
That we all make a thorough search of the house and island. If there's someone else here, then we'll find them. If not, then we'll know.
Then Dr. Prince and I will search the top of the island.
Emily and I will go search upstairs.
Well, Heather and I can think of the bottom of the island.
Then Mims and I will look about down here.
Alrighty then. Let's say on the count of 3, we all go. 1, 2, 3.
They're gone. What are we gonna do about this body?
I don't know.
Let's hide her in the basement.
I'll get the lamp.
Sorry, Miss LaRue. We'll hide her under the woodpile.
That's a load off my mind. Why?
Suppose we found someone?
That means the killer is still at large.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but I will now.
We have searched the entire island. There's no chance that anyone is out there.
Meaning?
Unless Matthew and Heather found someone, they have to be in the house.
Well, they're not upstairs. We searched every room.
Yeah, we even searched under the beds.
Nothing.
No body in the basement.
Then we're dealing with a very clever individual. So it's not outside the house, and they're not inside the house.
Then where are they?
I think it's obvious, Inspector. The killer is one of us. No one can be trusted.
Even me?
I'm afraid so, Heather.
God, this is absurd. You can count me out. I'm no killer.
Maybe that's what you want us to think, Dolores. You're an actress, right? Always on the lookout for a good script. Maybe a mystery script. A script to kill.
And what gives you the right to make accusations? What if you're some Jack the Ripper?
Because his name isn't Jack. That's odd.
Not really, I'm named after my father.
No, the audio message. It said there were 10 of us. There's only 9 of us. So what happened to the 10th person?
Only 7 guests arrived.
Yeah, 7 guessing you two? That makes 9.
There was another name on the guest list. LaRue. Margaret LaRue.
LaRue? I like to see that list.
Miles, Mims.
I'm Miles. She's Mims.
It's in the kitchen. I'll fetch it.
Perhaps I'd better get it. You're still under suspicion. We wouldn't want anything unusual to happen now, would we?
Then you think Margaret LaRue is the killer?
I don't know what I think.
I'll say.
This doesn't make any sense. How could she be the killer if she never arrived?
We don't know that. We only have Playboy's word.
Which means that if he's lying, then he's working with the killer.
Give me a break, lady.
Nobody move! I'll check this out.
What is it, Inspector?
Dr. Prince is dead.
Oh my God! What happened?
A case of Kimbered herring fell on his head. 1 second he was hot on the trail of the killer, the next he was like snuffed out by a Kimbered herring. Who truly understands the crazy ways of mysterious life works?
Before we get too philosophical here, maybe it was an accident.
For that matter, it might have been suicide.
Why would the doctor want to kill himself? He had everything to live for. What happened?
I'd want to kill myself too if I were in this place. None of us will ever leave this island alive.
Calm down, Heather. We're not dead yet. Well, not all of us.
I don't think it was suicide or an accident. I think someone rigged those Kimbered herring to fall on Dr. Prince's head. Someone who spends all her time in the kitchen. Give me a break, all right?
Just like the break you gave Dr. Prince?
You're right, I did it.
I knew it.
I snuck into the kitchen when none of you were looking and rigged those kipper herring to fall at the exact moment Dr. Prince entered the kitchen.
How stupid do you think I am?
I believe her.
Why, Miss Starlet?
I can't believe an innocent young woman can be a cold-blooded killer. It's when people once said about Bloody Mary, darling.
Once again, Heather's right. We don't have enough evidence. I say we all retire to our rooms until breakfast. Keep your doors locked and keep your guns handy.
I don't think you two are hooked quite yet. I've seen you somewhere. I'm gonna find out where.
Considering our circumstances. Coffee, anyone?
Oh yes, thank you.
Inspector?
You first.
I don't drink coffee.
Then perhaps Claymore with a cup.
Thank you. I've already had some.
Interesting.
Surely, Inspector, you wouldn't think that there might be something in the coffee?
Oh, thank you.
In that case, I think I'll pass as well.
But Matthew, I thought you trusted news.
Oh no, I do. It's just too much caffeine makes me irritable.
That's odd.
Not really. It runs in our family.
No, I mean Emily. Has anyone seen her this morning?
Perhaps she's still sleeping?
Yeah, like she can sleep with all these things going on.
I'll check on her.
Now, you stop right there. Perhaps Matthew would like to check it out,
I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
just to be safe.
I'll go with you.
Still don't trust us, Inspector?
Not one bit. Even less now that I recognize where you guys are from. Your names aren't Claymore and Mims. You're Jack and Sarah Bender, escapees from the Yorkshire Institute for Criminally Insane.
Please don't tell me they're mass murderers.
We're not, Miss Biggs. We're not even crazy.
That's a matter of opinion.
Yes, it's true me and Mims were sent to the institution, committed by my younger brother. You see, as the eldest in my family, I stood to gain control of the family business. When he found out, he framed Mims and me for a crime we didn't even commit and had us sent to the institution. Escape was the only way to prove our innocence.
You expect me to believe that?
No, Inspector, because you are a fathead who chooses to believe only what you want to believe.
My head's not that bad.
Well,
She's gone.
What do you mean gone?
Poof, vanished, disappeared. There's no trace of her.
Look, some of the chocolate soldiers have disappeared.
there's only 6 left.
What do you make of it, Matthew?
Well, let's see. There's 6 of us left and 6 chocolate soldiers left. I think it's obvious. Somebody is stealing all the chocolate soldiers.
Matthew, I don't think that's what it means.
Really? Oh, I got it. As each one of us disappears, so does a chocolate soldier.
Matthew, it's so bizarre.
It doesn't make any sense.
To me, it makes complete sense.
Naturally.
Thank you.
You know, I don't think that someone was stealing the chocolate soldiers to begin with. It's all a joke, right? I mean, there weren't even 10 of us to begin with. There was only 9, so it's wrong.
Unless Margaret LaRue is dead.
Which would also mean that Emily's dead.
We're at least in great danger. We've got to find her.
Again? I hate all of you. I don't want to search this island again.
I'll go with you. Sorry, sister.
Miss Biggs, you come with me.
No.
We'll search the basement.
Heather and I can search the island.
What about Mims and I?
You stay here to search your conscience, Claymore, Mr. Bender, whoever you are.
We walked into the institution.
It's certainly been one of the worst weekends of my life.
Jack, if I asked you something, would you be completely honest with me?
That depends. If it's anything about your looks, then probably not.
First of all, rude. Second of all, it's nothing like that. Jack, are you the killer?
Man, it's pouring out there. We couldn't see a thing. Even if she is out there, we'd never be able to find her. We can try again when the rain lets up.
No need, Mr. Charisma. We found a body under the woodpile. It's Emily Plain.
And she appears to have been blown apart by a blunderbuss.
A blunderbuss. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard of. Where would anyone get a blunderbuss?
Now hold on, I can explain everything.
Please do.
Well, I brought the blunderbuss in case there were bears on the island. This morning I noticed it was taken from my room. In all the commotion, I forgot to mention it. You believe me, don't you, Heather?
I want to, but I'm so confused.
Not good enough. I would search your room.
For what?
I'm not sure what. I'm gonna find out what.
Then I'd like to ask Heather to join us.
And you're crazy if you think I'm staying with ghost maniacs. You know they put them in this thing.
What?
Okay, what are we gonna do about the body?
I don't know. I think it's a setup of some kind.
Miles?
Claymore. There's only one possibility. Maybe Margaret LaRue isn't dead.
But you said so yourself.
I'm no doctor. I'm gonna check downstairs to make sure the body is there. And to see if Miles isn't lying. You stay up here and stand guard.
Hurry.
I found LaRue. She was behind the generator.
What was she doing behind the generator?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Jack.
Oh, this reminds me of our honeymoon.
Jack, I love you.
How was there music? And where did the pig come from? Something is not right here, and I'm gonna find out what.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go powder my nose.
Pressure getting to her?
That, or you were sitting much too close.
Nothing escapes me, Mr. Bender. Claymore, whoever you are, nothing.
You're a credit to law enforcement everywhere.
Thank you.
What was that? That better not be.
What a convenient explosion. This was a terrible place to hide the body. Upsy daisy. What is it?
It's Mims.
Mims? What happened?
I'm Matthew. Mims was blown up in the bathroom.
What?
Someone switched her face powder with gunpowder. When the vanity lights turned on, well, she never knew what happened. This is all we can find here.
Mims.
What was that?
The generator must be running low on wood.
My Mims. I can't go on without her.
Who fired that shot? Give me your guns. Hollywood example. Very clever, whoever you are. You need your guns that fast.
Perhaps you now allow us to inspect your gun, Inspector.
Don't be silly. I'm a policeman.
Word. Aren't you the Horatio Miles who was kicked out of the force for accepting bribes? You're no police officer at all.
I work as a private investigator.
But still a criminal, and no less a suspect than the rest of us.
Satisfied?
But not convinced.
Stop this silly montage train. Look! Chocolate soldiers, there's only 4 left.
Very observant, Miss Biggs.
What's wrong?
Generator must be almost out of wood. Any volunteers?
Not on your life.
Heather?
I'll stay here, thank you.
Miles?
Sure, but keep your distance.
God, I hate them. Anything you'd like to talk about, just don't come any closer.
Don't worry, darling. I'm just afraid of you as you are of me.
Heather? Dolores?
Stay where you are!
What was that? I don't know.
Oh my god! The inspector!
What?
Stay where you are, pretty boy! You're the killer!
Is this some sort of joke?
No good, Matthew. Dolores and I were here the entire time.
When the lights went out, someone hit me over the head. That's all I remember.
That still doesn't explain Inspector Miles who's dead on the couch!
Then how do you explain the bump on my head?
I'm sorry, Matthew. We really could have been good together.
Let's time up.
What? For real?
For real.
Sounding like Miles.
It's better to be sad than sorry, Mr. Charisma.
Now listen, Heather and I are going to retire to our rooms. You won't make a sound, otherwise you're going to get a face full of lead.
Has that been in your bag the whole time?
You would come in handy.
Especially when I'm like,
Just your time up until morning.
Wait, Heather,
Yes?
before you go, could you, get rid
rise and shine. Ah! It's you, Miss Goody Two Shoes. You're the killer. No, you're the killer.
There's no point in pretending, darling. I'm the actress, not you.
You'll never get away with this. Some party.
What's going on here?
Ah! You're the killer.
Killer? What? Where?
Who are you?
I'm Margaret Maru.
The 10th guest? What were you doing behind the couch?
I don't know.
So you're really not the killer then?
I don't even know what's going on here. The last thing I remember was walking up the stairs, tripping and then hitting my head on the door. Is it still Friday?
No, it's Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, so I've been out for 2 whole days then?
I guess so.
Don't anyone move. I've got you covered.
You're supposed to be...
Dead? I've been faking it, hiding out. That way the real killer wouldn't bother me and I could survive this deadly weekend.
Freeze, now I got you.
Dr. Blitz, but...
Just a little game, my dear. Like York, I wanted no part of being dead, so I too faked my death and I've been hiding out.
This is so confusing.
You're confused. Who's that?
Miss Emily Blaine.
Emily, I don't understand.
Forgive me, Heather. I was only trying to save myself. You. I recognize you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you're the body I found beneath the woodpile.
I was underneath the woodpile?
Yes, you see, I borrowed Mr. Crisp's blunderbuss, replaced your body with mine. So someone that way when the killer came back, it would look like someone had killed me.
So you're the one that moved the bodies.
Clayhorn? And Mims? The butler and Buttless?
I suppose you were dead too?
I thought so.
Yes, you see, since Miles found out about Mims and I, we thought he'd turn us into the institution. So if we pretended to be dead, we hoped he'd forget about us.
Very clever, Mr. Bender.
Miles? I thought Matthew had shot you.
That's what we wanted you to think.
We?
Hey, Matthew, you figured if one of us pretend to be dead, the other could catch a killer.
Poor Matthew.
Not really.
Matthew?
You see, Heather, I knew the killer had to be either you or Dolores. And by taking myself out of the picture, I knew one of you had to play her head. And well, with poor Dolores here gone, I'm afraid the killer has to be you.
No, you're wrong. I thought Dolores was the killer, so I shot her before she had the chance to shoot me.
Actually, darling, you're wrong. You see, with you being the only person left, well, I knew you were the killer. So I did what I do best. I acted.
So no one is dead, and there's no killer at all.
What about the audio message?
Dolores is right. Maybe there's more to play.
What audio message?
And so, my friends, my plan is to see if 10 amateurs can write the perfect mystery over a weekend. If you survive, that is if you don't get on each other's nerves, I reward each of you with $10,000. Good luck.
It was a joke?
So there's no killer.
And no mystery?
Except for the one we write. We still got a few hours before the boats come in. I say we get busy.
That's odd.
Not really. I mean, if we all work together, I'm sure we can get something done.
No. There's only one chocolate soldier left.